I'm going to save you a lot of time, both in what we're going to be talking about and by cutting out all of the fluff. You saw the title, you know what we're doing, let's go. So, to make cycles work really fast, or at least a lot faster, you're going to want to change a lot of settings. Because as you can see right now, it's taking a while to figure out what we're actually looking at. So the first and most important thing to do is to change the device type in the Cycles Render tab over here from CPU to GPU compute. However, when you first do this, it doesn't actually help at all, because you need to do a different setting first, and most people I've seen talk about how to make cycles faster don't tell you this. What you actually need to do first is to go to Edit, Preferences, and then where it says System, and up here, Cycles Render Devices, you need to select your actual graphics processor, your GPU device, in this case my NVIDIA on the laptop, and over here, you need to set it to which one of these corresponds to what your GPU type. In my case, this one works with NVIDIA. Google which one works for whatever you have. Once you do that, you can then come over here and set it to GPU compute. Already, massively faster. But there's even more we can do to make this even quicker. Firstly, over here, max sample size, we need to cut this down a lot. Honestly, unless you're doing super realistic things, 150 is probably good enough for what you're doing. So we bump that down to 150 on both the viewer and render versions. Then we trigger denoise, which, let's zoom in here, you can see it working. Makes it a lot quicker. We cut down the noise threshold from 0.01 to 0.05, giving it a bit more there, because 0.01's honestly a little low. And already, that's going really fast. And it only takes a couple seconds to fully clear up once you pause. But we can actually do something else that makes this even faster. And that has come down to light paths, fast GI approximation, turn that on, and do add. And that makes it take even less time. However, as you can see, turning this on either in add or replace mode does make your lighting setup a little worse. So, depending on what you're doing, you might not want to turn that on, might not work for everything. It's still pretty fast without it, just from the settings I've already shown you. So yeah, that's how to make cycles actually render fast and look decent, as we'll see if I go to hit actually render. Give it just a second. Almost done. That fast. I mean, it's still slower than Eevee, but for cycles, that is breakneck pace, and it looks pretty decent. So yeah, that's how to make cycles work way faster.